So apparently Brandon Aiyuk is joining the Commanders. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently he posted on Instagram saying that he has a Commanders hat. He posted a picture saying that go buy your tickets with the Commanders. So yeah, he's a Commander now. They haven't signed him yet, and the 49ers haven't technically released him. But apparently he has joined the Commanders. Listen, that Aiyuk situation is absolutely crazy, but I thought, why not? Let's add him to the Washington Commanders 2026 roster, and let's see what happens. So here is what the roster or the schedule looks like for the Commanders this year. Don't look at the dates and the times. This is all types of messed up, but all of this is actually 100% correct. So, for example, they end with the Cowboys, and they start with the Eagles. And then they play the Cowboys, Seahawks, Colts, Giants, 49ers, bye week. Eagles, Rams, Giants, Bengals, Cardinals, Titans, Texans, Falcons, Vikings, Jags, and Cowboys. So, yeah. What's the worst that can happen? Receiver goes crazy. We've started with Antonio Brown. Can't be much worse than that. Alright, first game of the season, we lose. Great. Alright, the first sim is always the worst sim. If you follow my channel and you follow these videos, the second sim's always better, okay? The first sim is pretty much the worst sim you're going to get. For whatever reason, it's the worst. So, if we go like, you know, I don't know, 12-5, the second sim will probably be something like 16-0, it feels like. Not like exactly, but it'll be like, I don't know, 13-3. Like 13-4. Yeah. Alright, so coming out of our bye week, we're currently 3-3 on the year, so not doing too bad. Jayden Daniels is actually having an MVP season so far, 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. Looks like Brandon Aiyuk has 353 yards and 3 tutties. I also don't know why he's listed as a rookie. Maybe mentally he's a rookie. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe he's mentally just 18 years old. And we're just all looking down on the mentally 18-year-old dude. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the best way to put it. I know a lot of people to say CTE. I think that's an easy thing to say. And it probably is correct. They beat the Rams, and also my Bengals are 2-7. That's not even funny. Don't laugh at that. You're banned if you laugh at that. We won 35-7. But if you follow my First Stop Bengals channel, I did a recent sim. I'm doing a sim of the whole entire year, and we actually lost to the Commanders. We lost in a heartbreaking fashion. It was game of the year. So, for Commanders fans who were ticked off of me laughing about their team losing, you guys beat us in my franchise series. So, it is what it is, you know. Alright, so far, we are 7-7. So we're kind of riding the line of 500. And we lost to the Vikings, so now we're below 500. But then we played the Jacksonville Duval. And we beat Duval 22-3. So to potentially make the playoffs. Okay. To potentially not even have a chance to make the playoffs. Because we're already eliminated. Based on the fact that we're 8-8, and even 9-8 is not going to make the playoffs. We went 8-9, and we lost to the Cowgirls. Ew. 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 3,900 yards. Rashad White almost hit 1,000 yards. And it looks like Brandon Aiyuk had 933 yards and 6 tutties. So pretty good first year for Brandon Aiyuk. Not bad. Sonny Styles, the first-round pick from OSU, had 4.5 sacks and an interception. And it looks like Owe actually led the team in sacks. And also, Marshawn Lattimore had 7 interceptions. Yeah. Leo Chanel, brand new linebacker from the Chiefs. 3 interceptions and 4 sacks. Wow, he's actually doing pretty dang good. Where did Jayden Daniels finish on the MVP race? He did not. Wow. Okay. Let's do our second sim. Second sim has to be better. My guess is we went 8-9 in our first sim. I'm going to assume 10-7. I don't think it's going to be that much better. I don't know. The Commanders are a weird team when it comes to simming. Sometimes they can sim decently. Other times, they're the Washington Commanders. And for whatever that means something, I think. Alright, so I'm going to go with, you know what? I'll go 11-6. I'll be a little bit better. But I don't think Jaden Daniels is going to win MVP. I don't think he's going to be on that list of MVP candidates. I will say, though, based on what I've simmed throughout with the Commander series so far, like Commander videos, Scary Terry, man, he is an absolute freaking demon. He is on demon time. He is amazing. Alright, let's get right into the playoffs. And 8 and 9. Really? Bro, ain't no way back to back. Okay, 788 yards and 2 tutties. Alright, and no MVP. No potential MVP. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna finesse. And by finesse, I mean we're gonna change the playbook of the Washington Commanders. Because there's one playbook in Madden, which I've learned very, very greatly, is that the one playbook that really does things, Cincinnati. They have a really good offensive playbook. Okay. What the heck? Bro, what am I doing here? Oh, is it by the... Is it? Wait, no? What is this offensive playbook? Like, I thought it was going to be like by like the last name. Or like by the team. But it's not, just random. Like Minnesota, San Francisco. Okay, there we go. That should work a lot better. Yeah, we'll stay in that. Let's see, we're going to go with... We'll go with zone run. Even though that makes no logical sense because we're literally trying to open up the passing game. I should just go West Coast. That's probably the smartest idea. Brandon Aiyuk, going to slot receiver. And actually, you know, I'll change that. I'm going to change it to West Coast. Let's go with West Coast spread. 10. 6 and 4. Not bad. Okay. Keep the momentum going. And hopefully we see a 1,000-yard receiver for Mr. CTE. We'll see. Week 17, week 18, and I'm going to guess 11-6. 11-6, baby boy. 12-5. 5,400 yards, 42 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. It's what happens when you add the Bengals playbook. Okay, alright, I'm done. Bro, I'm done. Brandon Aiyuk had 1,800 yards and 25 touchdowns using the Bengals playbook. 1,442 yards and 7 tutties with the Bengals playbook. That's actually just insanely comical. You change that and would now the #1 offense. And he's also second in the MVP race. Bro, what are we doing? Oh, that is why Madden is so freaking broken. Okay. Won the first round of the playoffs. Second round of the playoffs. We lost to the Panthers? Okay. Huh. Yes, it is what it is. Guys, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. Don't use the Bengals playbook. It is so freaking OP'ly broken. And that's pretty much it. Peace out.